Good morning, everybody. This is Phyllis. Listen, I thought I'd make this video for those of us who are planning on doing a garden. That's my kitty cat, Mama Cat. She's feral. She doesn't like people, including me. But that's okay. I can live with that. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to show you how my garden looked before I do anything to it. And basically, I'm doing that for those of you who are starting anew. So it's just like starting all over. So just kind of a quick shot of I'm going to talk today about my flower garden, okay? So as you can see, I have an abundance of monkey grass. So note to yourself, unless you want to move them, you need to put them in the place where you want them to be, because these bad boys grow like weeds, okay? So I have a plant here that I got off the internet. Wonderful plant, love it, has beautiful blooms in it. Please don't ask me what the name of it is. I also have right here is a great shot of my one-year-old elephant ears. So I only had one over here, and this year I have three coming back, because this was the original plant. Let me see, I'm trying to get out the shade. There we go. The original plant right here. But 3 plants spun from it. I also have another elephant ear over here. Now, the original plant was right in here, so this is coming back from the original plant, and here's another little baby too. So I'm really pleased to see that because I really did not close out my garden the way I really wanted to. I got a little ill at the end of the fall, and wasn't able to shut it down like I normally do. So what I normally do when I shut it down is to, isn't that beautiful? I just love that plant. I stole that out of somebody's yard. Don't tell them, okay? And so normally what I do is that all of my bushes, and let me see, I probably need to do this on okay. All of my bushes and plants and things, I normally cut them all down and then put something over it to keep all that, because I have an oak tree here, and the seeds fall down, and as you can see, I have hundreds of them in my yard. Hundreds of those little, let me see, get the finger over there, those little things like that. Those are little small oak trees. So if you want some, come and get them. All right, and I have a lot of hostas because it's kind of shady over here once the sun gets on the other side of that big tree. And this is my beautiful Rose of Sharon. This is the first year for it, and I'm just looking forward to all those wonderful blooms. And I'm going to walk around the other side of my garden, my flower garden. I guess you knew that already. All right. These are bricks that my brother found on the side of the road. I love them. He's good like that. But they're not what I want. They're not designed the way I want them. So it's probably going to change. But guess what? He's used to that. He knows his sister. All right. Over here, I want to show you something unique to Memphis. This thing that's covered up, I'm not going to uncover it because I want to keep it safe. This is a well that, the one that you pump water out and everything, that was found in my yard maybe like 3 years ago. We had a lot of rain, and all of a sudden I came out here and this huge hole was in my yard. And so I got the University of Memphis to come out and look at it, and he told me that this was an old well and that he would put it on a map. So he said, if you really want to be adventurous, you can dig down in there and you'll probably find some jewels. Well, that don't appeal to me at all. Whatever's down there is down there. So what I started doing was putting my leaves and my shrubbery down in there when I get the grass cut. So some of the things that I'm going to do with my garden, I'm going to trim up all of these. Now this is a At first I thought it was jasmine, but it's not. But it's a beautiful little ground cover, and it will climb your tree, so be careful. And what I'm going to do with them, I'm talking about these right here. What I'm going to do with them is kind of trim it up. This is what I do every year, kind of trim it up, and so that it'll look nice and groomed. These are daylilies. I'm going to have those daylilies moved over into my garden. I've already got my daylilies going down that road there, just kind of, you know, I guess fencing it off or whatever. So here's daylilies here. And I don't know if you've ever had daylilies. Daylilies are a little different than most flowering plants. It has shoots that come out, and the shoots are only bloom once. So the trick with the daylilies is just to have a lot of them, and you'll be blessed with blooms in the fall, all fall. As you can see, I need to cut my grass, but all of these things will happen. I love privet hedges. They smell so wonderful in the early spring, right about now. In fact, I can smell the big one there. And I'm just real excited about them because they're the hardiest and the best smelling bushes that I know. Alrighty, got some more plants here. You see all that that ugly, I guess you would call it, leaves and debris in there. So I've got to clean all of that out. These are all my plants. Yeah. So I'm sure you recognize a lot of them. A lot of them you don't, because they may be weeds. But they're weeds indigenous to the Memphis area. Let me see if I can get these to sparkle. Guys, I know this looks like a rigged up Christmas tree, but those ornaments, when the sun hits them, they sparkle like little lights and diamonds, so it stays on there year round. Yes, they are Christmas decorations, and I wish the sun was shining so I could show you. And that's it. Now there's Mama Cat. She's following me around. I guess she's trying to figure out what I'm doing. She's never seen me do this before. All right. Now, as you can see, this is my garden, my flower garden that I'm going to work with. I'm going to go down a little bit of the strip where my vegetables are going to be, and I'm just going to give you a brief overview of that. And then on another video, I'll show you what I'm going to do with it. So these are called lamb ears, and they do feel like what you would imagine a little lamb's ear will feel like. And this is covered, last year it covered my whole area over here. I had to jump over them to get to the back of my garden. This is, needless to say, it's a banana tree. But a unique story about my banana tree is that I bought it from, I put online that I wanted one, and I got this response from this guy, and when I got over there, he had dug it up and everything. So here's a quick look at my garden. I know you guys remember the video that I put on about water collection. This is my collector. Last year again, the stand collapsed, so I've got to get that fixed. This is going to be for my peas. They're going to run up this little trellis, but it's going to be up straight up. It's going to be vertical instead of horizontal. And then we've got, last year I had containers. As you can see, they need to be cleaned out, and I need to put more stuff in them. This is, I believe, cilantro. Got a whole container of those. I'm really proud of my garden. I know it looks horrible now, but just give me a little bit of time, and I'll make it beautiful. Up under this tarp is free dirt. You know, if you go to Lowe's and they've got a broken bag or anything, they will give you a discount off of it. And so I collected the good dirt that way. Here's my beautiful, beautiful peach tree. So I'm going to end it right about here because there's really not much else to look at except for my potato plant. I'm good. I'm glad it came back this year. I must have left one in the ground. So I'm going to sign off now. And I want to thank everybody for going on this little tour with me. And look out for number 2. Thanks. Part 2.